Oh, no shit, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey guys, what's going on? Are we all playing Onimusha?
I'm always playing Onimusha.
If only that was Onitrusha. Alright. How about we... okay. Still only have the Shadow of Rome preview, huh? Hold it. Yeah, as I thought. The violence level wasn't high. Alright, let's beat the video game. I'm pretty sure I'm near the end. Let's see what Jacques is up to.
So you're going to lift the Demon Siege?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm not up on anything. Why did the demons invade Paris?
Because they discovered time travel.
Yeah, and
Why
they were
Paris?
like, fuck France.
Because someone at Capcom was a big fan of Leon the Professional.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Which is why Leon S. Kennedy is named Leon.
Where am I?
Yeah, that
And
tracks.
his gun is called the Matilda.
Marco, this is Mont Saint Michel.
Okay, but the problem with that is that Leon S. Kennedy isn't a professional.
He is by 4.
He is by 4, I guess.
Guess I wouldn't be so lucky.
Don't despair, Jacques.
And
500 years
consider
from
that
now,
Jacques
you and Michel are both here
is
with us.
voiced
You mustn't give up.
by the voice actor of Leon S. Kennedy, Paul Mercier.
I guess I have to do as a little lady says.
You know, Jean Reno seems unperturbed by the meat train.
No, he's Jean Reno.
You again.
Who's this
What
guy?
is it this time?
He's Spear Guy.
Doesn't have a name, he's just Spear Guy?
Yeah.
Why you? I should have known.
Dude, why is he attacking you? The sexy demon lady showed up?
Take that. ho 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 ho! Boob demon, it was you!
She's some sort of praying mantis lady.
Yeah, it's always a bug lady.
Heihachi, dispose of this Western barbarian right this instant.
Heihachi.
Heihachi. Huh?
Do this anymore.
Why, Heihachi?
I never like taking orders. Sorry.
How dare you! You insolent human! Stop right there, Heihachi!
Another new monster? Well, I can't keep up.
He is nonplussed.
Well, to be fair, he was transported back in time. Kind of just like, well, at this point, whatever, man. Is this game gonna make you plant things?
Yeah, it's gonna make me do more time fuckery, I'm sure. Remember when the demons took over, the monastery at Mont Saint-Michel in, like, the 1500s? I remember. One of the eyes of the beast is missing. Sun beats moon, beats star. Okay. I understand. I've played a Resident Evil. Oh no, sacre bleu. I wonder if I have to... already switch back to Samonosuke. We'll find out.
This is making you do puzzles.
It's making me figure out... At least they're not sliding block puzzles.
That's true. Those are never fun.
Yeah, who would put, like, I don't know, 21 of them in a video game or something insane like that?
Hi.
Hi, Justin. Welcome to video game.
How is video game? It's good still.
Yeah, now I gotta actually figure out
You figure out how to
progression.
play the game.
Yeah, I gotta figure out where to go. Like it's some sort of Resident Evil.
Who would ever play such a game?
I don't know who would. What kind of foolish person would play a bunch of questionable horror games on stream? Seems like a chump move to me. Okay, I assume I'm just missing something with Jacques. There's probably like
You actually like hot swap between them?
yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's not full-on Resident Evil 0, but you do jump between them at the statues.
So does Genre No get to use a gun?
He does.
Can
Yeah.
we go back to it?
No, his execution move where he grabs them with the whip and then he dumps shots into them. It's good.
Oh, he doesn't have like a main weapon. that's a gun.
No. The French lady you briefly play as uses a FAMAS.
Oh. So you're not playing as her anymore? She's just kidnapped?
Yeah, she got kidnapped. Alright. Oh, I love ASCII maps. One of those things that just... you don't get anymore.
The art has been lost.
Yeah. Alright. Alright. Mecha Demon. Okay, I see. I have figured out what I needed to do.
What do you need to do?
I need to use my fire attack to light those torches, because I guess... that's something... I mean, I guess that's why they give you infinite magic, huh? Yeah, okay, fine.
I'll assume that's the reason, yeah. Oh wow, like a new game that Nvidia's heavily pushing came out today, and so did a new driver.
Wow.
Wait, what game came out today?
That Wukong game,
Oh.
which I now own thanks to buying that PC. So I guess
Yeah, now, Yatsu, what are your thoughts on feminist propaganda, COVID-19 isolation, the status of Taiwan?
what? the shit just got real apparently.
Not dodge roll under that.
No.
This is dumb.
Okay, dodge roll under this. What do you think this is? Dark Soul?
Dark Souls isn't the only game with a dodge roll.
Yeah, it is. That's what
Jedi
YouTube
Fallen
taught
Order
me.
had it.
Just like how I found out that Overwatch is the only hero shooter.
Yeah, definitely. Never
No one
was
has ever made a
game
class-based
before
shooter before Overwatch.
that. Yep, didn't happen. They certainly wouldn't have made two of them.
No. Well, I mean, they didn't. They just made it 5v5 instead of 6v6 and gave everyone bad-looking new costumes and slapped a 2 on it.
I mean, even before original Overwatch, I think is what he's talking about.
I was talking about TF1.
I was about to
too.
say you're probably referring to.
But
two.
sure. Wait, did they actually make it less players?
Yeah, it's 5v5 instead of 6v6.
Why would they do that?
Because tanks were too good.
Yeah, but doesn't that just... Like, wasn't there a pro scene? Doesn't that just mean, like, somebody got
What
fired
pro scene?
immediately?
I mean, there was a pro scene for Overwatch for a little
Yeah.
while, but you see, here's Blizzard's biggest mistake when it comes to Overwatch. They tried to stop the porn.
No, I disagree. You look at the way characters in Overwatch are designed. Like the new character in Overwatch,
Oh, are they just making all the new characters, like, the least attractive things
no.
No.
I'm saying all of the characters in Overwatch are designed with pornography in mind.
When
So the new
that game first came,
characters
I remember when that game when the first Overwatch came out, though, they were actively trying to stop that from happening.
Meanwhile, Randy
And I'm like,
Pitchford's
how
like,
do you-
wow, there's a Battleborn porn subreddit, guys. Pretty
Please,
spicy.
Look at the Battleborn, please.
I bet Randy Pitchford made the Battleborn subreddit.
I think he kept all that Battleborn porn on the USB key with
Hey,
him.
he hired some people in the hopes that he could
Yeah,
start something.
in a medieval times.
Yeah. And I'm looking at some of these new characters.
Like,
And
hey,
you're
guess
right.
what? Guess what? The new character? What if I told you,
She looks like a
It's-
child.
it's a slender Asian woman wearing a
Oh.
skin-tight jumpsuit.
So how was this different from the slender Asian woman that was wearing a skin-tight jumpsuit in the
This
original
one's
game?
an astronaut instead of a gamer.
Oh. As opposed to the British woman wearing a skin-tight jumpsuit.
It's fine though because they have Sojourn, who is non-binary.
It's fine. The British one doesn't like men. So there you go.
But, well, she likes women, but not in China.
What?
But not in China.
You
Yeah.
can't find any of
For a second,
that.
It made it sound
You
like she
can't
just
have-
doesn't like Chinese women, but like
No.
I don't know what
You
mean
can't
after.
have. You can't like China is China.
Yes, I'm aware. China don't care.
China very much does care if your video games has both skeletons and lesbians.
The skeleton thing I don't understand.
It's just like any depiction of the occult is against Maoist, harmonious communist principles or whatever
So when
the
someone
fuck.
like breaks a bone, do they just say, "Yeah, something in there's broken"? They don't show you an X-ray.
I mean,
It,
like,
like-
if you're wanting to learn about human bones, I don't think they're going to stop you from that. But like,
No, it's like it's superstition, you see. But it's not
except
quote
when it's-
unquote traditional Chinese medicine, which is of course just as valid as decadent Western medicine. I'm saying there might be
you
some.
see, there's a double standard.
I'm saying that the CCP might
Be a problematic organization.
might be an organization that wishes for control of the populace. I don't know.
The CCP is very good. We are.
Yeah, they're
voice for the
harmonious.
CCP.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Everyone listening in mainland China.
Yes. Listen, as a fan, I've always been a fan of
I have
communism
this
with
little red
Chinese
book you can read.
characteristics.
Journey to the West is your favorite story.
I love Black Myth Wukong because I hate women.
So what's with this thing with Black Myth Wukong?
So
I haven't heard
some stuff came out about the studio that is some real like incel
like-
level shit.
Wait, which studio?
The studio behind that Black Myth Wukong game.
Are they just like a one-game studio, or they're not an established presence?
Well, so that game, first off, that game is doing incredibly well in mainland China. And it seems to be doing pretty well in English-speaking countries as well.
That looks totally fine.
Like, I mean, I think the way that game is being sold is, it is like one of the first big AAA games from a mainland Chinese studio that does not look like weird, janky garbage. And it's not a
It's from
MiHoYo.
Shenzhen. Oh.
Because, you know, I think it's fair to say, like, Genshin, especially, is unironically responsible for, like, single-handedly changing wider perception of Chinese game development.
Yeah, all they had to do was make a
decent game.
Yeah, a decent game that's just Legend of Zelda, but also a gacha.
Yeah. And it's got anime girls. And if you make the anime boys too pretty, once again, someone knocks on your door and says, "You knock that off."
Yeah,
No
make them less
effeminate
pretty.
boys in this.
I mean, it did take the CCP like 3 or 4 seasons to realize that that show, The Untamed, was just yaoi.
Don't worry about it.
But once they realized it, that show got canceled real fast.
At what point do you think they just replace all of the male characters in Genshin Impact with Jackie Chan?
Only if it's Jackie Chan talking about
How much
How-
he loves the
how much he loves the
communism
CCP.
with Chinese characteristics.
I mean, it's communism but with Chinese characteristics. How can you be against that? It's two great things in one. I love communism and I love Chinese characteristics.
Did you just turn into like a New Yorker?
I turned into a stand-up comedian
From New
Don't
York?
do that.
from New York.
I mean, half of them are, but still don't do that.
I don't recognize Junker Queen. Is this new? This is a new character.
Junker Queen was like a year ago, but yeah.
All right, yeah, absolutely. I guarantee you there's porn of this character.
Oh, you mean large woman?
Yes.
You're saying there might be pornography of a buff, dangerous coded woman?
I'm saying there is all the pornography of such a character.
Is that what the kids call a muscle mommy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I just... Here's the thing. I have played Overwatch this year,
Uh-huh.
so more recently than anyone else in this voice chat, probably.
That is true. Yes. You're correct.
It's fine.
The last time I played. Oh, jeez, it was a while ago. It must have been like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, I think I know what you need to compare.
When did Overwatch 2 or when did Overwatch 1 become part of Humble Bundle? I could literally look this up. When was the last time I played this? Because it would have been the first time I played this.
If I owned Overwatch 1, do I own
Yes.
Overwatch 2 now?
I mean,
Yes.
Overwatch 2 is free to play, but
Overwatch
yes.
1 doesn't exist anymore. So you own
Overwatch 1 isn't
2 now.
real. You can't go back. You cannot go back to 6v6.
I played Overwatch for like 10 to 15 hours when it came out, and then didn't play it anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, like, here's the thing. I don't actually think, like, the lessened player count is a problem. The thing I will say about...
October 2018.
Yeah. So the thing I will say about Overwatch is that game is very easy to pick up. It is very, you don't have to think very hard to learn most of the characters.
Oh, thank God.
Except for, like, you know, some of the support characters are a little more esoteric, but fuck that, just play as Mercy and just endless heal beam, because nothing else matters.
Are you telling me that Blizzard, the masters of easy to pick up and learn and play for 500 hours, made a game that's easy to pick up and learn and play for 500 hours?
It's inoffensive. It is.
I'll say this: they definitely did just copy TF2 though.
I'll say that the people who fucking play Overwatch are the worst people in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they're not quite Siege bad.
Hey now.
Which is my watermark, or, you know, Dota bad.
Isn't everyone that plays Siege these days just fatnicks?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's still one of the most popular multiplayer games on both console and PC.
As
there are a lot of
as much
Vats,
as
right?
Ubisoft doesn't like that fact, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Like,
they
I'm
keep
not
trying to
crazy.
make new multiplayer shooters, and people are just
I'll be
like, no,
back
we
in a
want to play
sec.
more of this.
No, they made the Rainbow Six. They made the Siege like Alien PVE spinoff, which didn't sell very well, and they pumped a lot of money into the Division and Division 2, and both of which were successful, but they weren't
Yeah,
like
those are okay.
Siege successful. But like I think we're coming up on the 10-year mark for Siege, and it's still raking in lots and lots of players.
Yeah, and from what I understand, it's still making money, right? Don't they still make new
Yeah, it still
operators
makes
for new
money.
skins?
They still make seasons, they still make skins. Like, it rakes in so much money that it would be incredibly irresponsible for Ubisoft to kick it to the curb.
Yeah, if they were to do like, oh, it's Siege 2, fuck you, all your shit's gone, now play Siege 2, they would piss everyone off.
I mean, they've already rewritten the engine at least once, so.
I will say this: people are saying some things like, you know, Blizzard's been making inoffensive games for 15 years. I'm gonna say this: the last good Blizzard game was StarCraft 2, and even that wasn't that great.
Hey, they made Diablo 2 remastered.
That was them just remaking Diablo 2.
I know.
I'm just
being an ass.
I'm just happy
People
they
seem to-
didn't ruin it like they did Warcraft 3.
People seem to like Diablo 4.
Because they're broken.
Yeah.
Diablo 3
But no,
was
the
an
thing I was
absolute
trying to get at is that if Blizzard is good at anything or has gotten good at anything, it's what I said before. Just like putting out something that's easy for people to pick up, but with enough depth to keep them occupied for ages. Don't repeat them.
So, what would you rather see? An Onimusha 4?
They made an Onimusha 4.
Oh, they did when?
2006. It's a late model PS2 game.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've gone the last 20 years not realizing there's no Onimusha 4.
Yes. That's right. I also had a similar experience last night.
Yeah, Onimusha Dawn of
Brayden,
Dreams.
Brayden, I don't know if you figured this out, but it's like it goes like you have to step on them. Never mind.
You gotta
Do you
step
see that
on them.
circle? That
Yeah.
when the if you have to step on them in that order.
Yeah. Sun, Moon, Star.
So there has to be a star after the sun and so on and so forth. Anyway.
Okay, all right. Let's try this again. Would you rather get an Onimusha 5 or a Dino Crisis 4?
Dino Crisis has more potential.
What
Someone
if they
who's
made Dino Crisis 4, but it's just in the RE engine and it's first person?
Yeah, like, here's the thing. Dino Crisis, you literally just make the Resident Evil 2 remake, but with velociraptors and a sassy red-haired lady. And also, nothing from the actual Dino Crisis 1. And that's how you do it.
Oh wow, so Onimusha 4 is like a normal third-person action game?
Yes, I believe it.
Huh.
I believe it is using recycled Shadow of Rome tech.
Yeah.
So you're gonna play that after this, right?
Yeah.
No, he was gonna leave it to democracy,
Because
bitch.
that sounds dubious.
I mean, I might leave it to democracy. I do have X-Blades installed. I did pay them. I did pay X-Blades like $3 to get the quote-unquote HD upgrade. Because they sold that separately.
That's just capitalism.
Yeah. As Chris Zombie Pie Redacted says, that's just capitalism.
Yeah, it's a superior system.
Yeah, that's what they say. It's a superior system. God damn it. Was I not fast enough?
Gotta go fast. That's what they always say.
No, because he walks like this. Anyway.
Oh, this still has tank controls, doesn't it?
I mean, if you use the analog stick, it is, in fact, regular controls. Regular 3D controls. Oh, good. Oh, you're telling me I get to do this 2 more times?
Yeah, you thought just the one time was good enough? Nope. Oh, it's different every time? Weird.
Oh, golly. Oh, gee. Oh, gee, willikers. And it's time. Will this be the thing that breaks me?
Why are they making you do it 3 times?
Because it wanted to really make sure you understood the mechanic.
Okay, yes, I see what I need to do here.
Possibly because this game needed to be a little bit longer, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Remember, they cared a lot about replay value.
I mean, there's that. I also think didn't this come out kind of in the middle of a time when people were saying, why are games so short nowadays?
Yeah.
No, I feel like that was the PS3 era.
Yeah.
It got started the late PS2 era.
Yeah, the era of the Call of Duty game that is too long.
But yeah, like I feel like a lot of games of this era are under the 10-hour mark, which is great for me these days, but you know, back then people didn't consider it great.
All right, there we go. I have solved the puzzle. The true puzzle was justifying having a bunch of Capcom devs go to France on vacation and take some reference photos.
Hey, you know what? If you could trick your boss into giving you a vacation, while
It was
paying
also
for it,
this is also pre-financial downturn.
this was before 2008, I guess.
Yes.
But wasn't Japan in a recession at this time already?
I mean, Japan's always in a recession after the 80s.
Oh, it's the late 90s when it all really went to shit, right?
And the late 90s...
I mean, Japan in general was in a recession, but Capcom was kind of in one of their better periods in 04, 05, 06.
Well, when did Blockbuster finally kick the bucket? Was it 2008?
Oh,
you'll
no,
have
like
to-
2011.
You'll have to ask that one that's in Alaska still.
That was actually not that early when Blockbuster croaked. It's like 2010, 2011, somewhere in there.
The fucking co-op student that we have for another week. I said there used to be a Blockbuster there when driving him past an area, and he's like, "What's a Blockbuster?" And I immediately felt like I just turned to dust.
You just
Did you
died.
just like slam on the brakes and just look at him?
Just be like, listen here, you little shit.
Listen, if he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, I would have probably just like opened the door and swerved to the right to just make him fall out. It's what I was willing to do at that point.
The Blockbuster where I live, it is that building is now occupied by a health supplement store.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Popeyes, if you will.
You know, you want some ginseng extract for your...
Oh, it's the one
gout.
of those.
Go ahead, say
Yeah.
it. Say it.
Okay, it's a fake alternative medicine bullshit, probably. I've never been inside.
Wait, what?
That's what the Blockbuster is now.
Well, you want to have some clove?
The Hollywood Video is now a Men's Warehouse.
Oh, go ahead.
And the Hastings is a tool store.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know what Hastings is.
I mean, Hastings, I remember being the place that had a better selection than Blockbuster, so I would rent games from there more often. However, I also knew that it was the place that sold pornography.
Ah, okay.
And, you know,
So it was
there's...
the Overwatch 2 of...
Yeah. You need to understand that in Mormon culture, there is no greater boogeyman than pornography. I heard if you see a boob, you'll be addicted to porn forever, and you'll be a tainted monstrosity.
Yeah, no, that all tracks.
Yeah.
That's what they taught me in Sunday school.
Specifically that, like, boobs.
Not
Look
to
at
like completely break from you guys' current discussion. I forgot to clear this with Braden before. So I'm playing the Metabots game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you are.
Is there an actual difference between the two versions?
It's like Pokemon.
That's for you to
parts.
find out and report back
There's
on.
no actual difference. I can just play the
It's
version.
Story-wise, it's the same.
So
you just have different.
this- I might actually need to stream this game because this game is fucking weird and downright unplay. It's one of those JRPGs where because it is a 3 versus 3 battle system, and if you kill the leader, you defeat the party automatically. So unless you have special abilities, targeting is randomized.
Uh-huh.
Is this like a 2D fighting thing, or what
No,
is
it's like a
It's not-
Pokemon's.
It's like a Pokemon's, and all the Pokemons have like different body parts you can target and
Yeah.
attack.
Because it's
And,
also Pokemon's but robots.
To prevent the player from just attacking the head of the party leader, because that would just immediately kill the enemy's team. Unless you have like a forcing move to like force the ability to target things, everyone just attacks randomly. You're just giving them a suite of like abilities and things that they could possibly do, but your robots just act independently. It's like Lunar Dragon Song, except not as bad. Not as bad.
I'm gonna say it again. When are we going to do a Sting feature? When are we gonna play Riviera the Promised Land?
We should play Riviera the Promised Land. You should pick that game.
I've already told you what my next pick is going to be, assuming Jeff Rude is available. If not, I have some other ideas.
Well, you know, I did put a list of 10 pieces of bullshit on that
I mean,
spreadsheet
yeah,
to
you
choose
also get your Pixies.
from. I mean, that's in a few months. But if you need ideas, I do have my pile of bullshit.
I have some ideas. If Jeff is unavailable for Xenosaga. Spoilers, it's gonna be Xenosaga.
Cool.
What if you just? But what if you play the DS Saga instead?
1+2. What if Braden picked 1+2? That game's completely different, and it retcons everything that's significant in the story of those games.
I'm just saying that at one point I suggested the best Canalot RPG.
Mario Golf
Hey, you're not supposed to say it.
or Mario Tennis.
This looks like that one level that everybody hates.
Yeah.
Like the part where you go, oh wait, this game actually maybe isn't that great.
You're telling me that maybe some of these games definitely do have just sequences that maybe last a little too long, even if I don't actually need to do this.
Oh god. Also, I just gotta say this as a warning. Metabots has...
Does it do a racism?
No, it doesn't do a racism, but it is the most GBA music ever. It just sounds like a
The GBA sound chip is
tinny farts. It sucks
is a
so
nightmare.
goddamn much. Ugh.
Yeah, they were so close with the GBA. Why did they do that? Like,
because sound chips are expensive. Like that was the part of that machine they were willing to skimp on to make everything else as good as it was. Also, another reason why the DS is better than the GBA. Even if the DS gives us Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, good.
WBK, is the GBA like? Does it just do all its sound processing on the processor?
Yeah, it doesn't have a
that's why it's
dedicated
bad.
sound chip.
That's why it's bad.
In the same way, the N64 does not have a dedicated sound chip because all of it's being done on the cartridge itself.
yeah, like you could either run it on the hardware or you could put a sound chip on it, which made the cards cost more money. So most people didn't do it.
Which is why, yeah.
Which is why you have MIDI music on so many fucking
Another
things.
reason why the PS1 was a better console. At the very least, this here puzzle gives you a map every time you stand over.
Yeah,
one
it's
of
not a puzzle, it's literally the Bloody Palace.
these. Yeah.
wish I liked this thing more than I did, but it's just such a weird fucking thing. Did I pick the... me being the person who played Metabots, did I pick the most dubious game of... No, actually, no, it's Saga. It's absolutely...
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
Saga's worse. But who knows? Maybe the remake's actually better.
I have to go to bat for Saga, if only because that series is is like the crown champion of JRPG heterodoxy. Like, they have not given a fuck about what anyone else has ever done the entire history of that series.
I mean, I'll go into what I've read up on Kawazu's worldview.
I mean, he liked AD&D and he likes tinkering with systems.
I mean, also, it seems that his basic worldview is if it's been done before, there's no reason to do it again.
Yeah. That's why Scarlet, or Saga Emerald Grace, has a mechanic where if your character adopts too many cats, you get the bad ending. Also, hi, I'm Akitoshi Kawazu. I'm one of the first employees of this company. You do what I say.
Isn't he the guy that finished Final Fantasy XII after its original director left?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Like, don't get me wrong, Kawazu has done, like, actual decent work. He's not just a meme. But also...
I think the problem is if you put him in charge from the beginning, he's gonna say, well, what if I fuck him up?
He said, well, what if this RPG... What if the mechanics were unlike any other RPG?
Yeah. What if soil is my power and they do this animation every episode? And
yeah.
Oh God.
What if I did it? What if I made this anime?
Oh wow. WK's
Wait, the
DS sound chip is just a GBA CPU. That's how the back compat works.
Okay.
That's actually pretty smart.
It's pretty funny. So it's just a dedicated GBA that's doing nothing but sound.
Yeah.
DS
sound chip sounds
have
good.
games that sound totally fine.
Yeah, like Dawn of Sorrow, great OST.
Yeah, even
I mean, it's not like as good as
Uh,
the PSP, because the PSP has just compressed ass digital audio.
Yeah, give me that UMD.
Yeah, the Universal Media Disc.
I also cannot recall any PSP soundtracks. I also didn't play like
that Castlevania remake of Rondo of Blood.
Yeah.
It's a don't they isn't that a remake of Dracula X?
No,
No,
it's
it's a
the
remake of
Dracula X Chronicles, and it features Rondo, Symphony of the Night, and the original Rondo.
They didn't even bother putting Dracula X on there because no one wants to play that.
Dracula X is in the Castlevania Anniversary Collection.
Dracula X
I mean,
is good.
It's like 3 megabytes. Of course they put it in there.
But you can only get actual Rondo from that PS4 exclusive collection.
That is the way I have
can't
Rondo.
you play it on the Vita too if you want, by just buying Dracula X Chronicles?
Yeah.
But no, like I played Dracula X, like the SNES version. I like that game. It's fine. I don't understand the hate for it.
It's not okay. It's not that it's a bad Castlevania game. It's just
It's not Rondo.
It's not
good.
Rondo, and it's not Castlevania
Bloodlines.
4, and it's not Bloodlines. It
Oh, I'm
is
gonna fucking
easily
die.
the worst Castlevania game of that generation. And that's not saying that it's bad. It's just easily the worst of that generation. is the worst of a very good batch of games.
So what you're saying is it's dog shit.
Just because you can't play video games doesn't mean they're dog shit, Master.
And, you
There
know,
are no
this
good
is,
video games.
oddly enough, I am
There.
someone who's basically gotten all the retro achievements in that fucking Dracula X game. So one day I was bored and I just did it. Even the one where you don't get hit.
Yeah.
Which, let me tell you, that one's fucking shit.
Yeah, probably. How does Bloodlines hold up among all those? 'Cause that's the one I've never played.
Alex, he's fucking masturbating. That's all I remember about Bloodlines. Yeah, is
It's a parody thing?
no, it's Vinny Caravella.
Oh. Yeah, I played Portrait of Ruin, and that called back to Bloodlines a lot, which was cool.
It's
I
a
guess,
sequel
but
to
I've never
Bloodlines.
Never played.
I think what Eric Licard is in it. Technically, you're playing as the son or grandson of
Yeah.
Lawrence.
It takes place during World War II.
Right, you're like Jonathan Morse's grandson or something? Or am I thinking of something else?
Your name is Jonathan in Portrait of Ruin.
You're
just
Quincy Morris's
because-
grandson.
Yeah, because in that game, I'll always remember that because there's a character switching button, and every time you
Jonathan!
switch characters,
Charlotte!
you hear the other character's name.
Yeah.
So you hear that a lot throughout the game.
The key is you just play as Jonathan. Even though Charlotte is
Except when you're
cool.
fighting the succubus.
Well, yeah, you're kind of forced to do it the other way.
If I ever replay that game, I probably will try to do it as Charlotte for most of the game because I don't know. Jonathan doesn't get much magic.
Just dealing with regular enemies is a chore with her. That's the problem. Like bosses is totally fine.
All right, let's see how far back the save goes, and if we want to do this again. I got the achievement, so oh fuck me.
You
Oh,
haven't
you
saved in a
sound
while?
like me.
It's fine. Namaste. Hey, remember that puzzle I did? What if I did it again?
Oh, yeah. Well, what if you
no.
did it again 3 more times?
Also, I could have. I forgot about the white vest. I could have salvaged that, but also just okay.
What if you didn't give a shit?
What if I didn't give a shit because I got the retro achievement? I got the retro achievement. Nothing else matters.
Yeah, that one website that most people don't visit definitely shows that you got it.
Yeah,
So.
Jeff Rude would be so proud of me.
Maybe if I get enough achievements, Jeff Root will come back.
Yeah, if I get enough retro achievements, maybe Jeff will come back.
He'll finally come back with the milk and cigarettes.
He'll be like, oh, sorry about that. Me and the old wife were having a bit of a nightcap, eh? And then he pulls out a thing of bourbon and maple syrup,
Yeah,
and
that's what they give you when you cross the border.
yeah. Ow. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Alright, so part of the reason why I did not stream today is because I'm still trying to figure out why OBS doesn't want to fucking do anything. So I'm...
You tried saving your stuff and then reinstalling it.
So I'm gonna do the nuclear option of taking I took photos of all of my old settings. Now we're going to link my Twitch account with OBS after doing a complete and total uninstall.
Wait, you link your Twitch account? Why don't you just use a Stream Key?
You can now just seamlessly link them. It's actually pretty good. They just say, hey, just send us your account. Give us permission in.
Well, maybe that's the issue. Maybe you need to reauthorize that permission.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Something was up. So sometimes, and this has happened in before, where it's trying to do an update, but whenever I try to, this is maybe the first red flag, is I was always hitting auto update, and it's like, well, we couldn't finish. I don't know. Fucking whatever, dude.
Yeah, figure it out. Maybe it's time to get really into XSplit. They still make that, right?
Yeah, they do, and Braden remembers when a certain VTuber did a very good goof when they're like, I'm gonna be streaming on XSplit for the Minecraft Java edition. And it was really fun. That was Pekora, right?
No, it was Fauna.
Oh, right, and she hates Minecraft. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, Fauna likes Minecraft.
But I'm not watching Fauna for Minecraft.
I mean,
I'm not watching any of them.
Her Minecraft streams are pretty good.
I've watched too much. Unless they're goofing around, I've watched too much. I realize that part of it is, and this is why a lot of them are doing Power Wash Simulator, is they have to say what their plans are coming up, and it's a very good game to do that, where they're just going on autopilot building things. Do that.
How come there are no VTubers playing Onimusha 3? The real questions.
That's the real question.
I'm just asking real questions.
My guess is because they're all too young to remember this game.
No, Marine is my age.
Yeah, like that's the dark secret.
And Corone likes retro games.
The real dark
Please
secret
don't call
is...
Onimusha 3 a retro game.
This game is 20 years old, motherfucker. What else is it?
I think this is something that Braden and I have talked about, is the more we watch kind of like those first generation of VTubers, I think the reason why a lot of them are graduating is because they started out in college and now they are our age and they're like, fuck. Like, Marine is very clearly a 30-year-old woman.
I mean, she said she is 30 years old. The age of 30 is in demand. I don't know if you know that.
Yes. Which is why maybe those Gen 1 and Gen 2 girls are...
Who knows?
You know, who knows? One of the ones we liked is graduating.
I have no feelings about Aqua.
When you say graduating, do you mean being told they're out of a job?
No, like...
You take them back and shoot them.
It's a fun, decidedly Orwellian, idol phrase.
Yeah, you know, they get to go to the island.
Yeah, they
like
graduate from being an idol to probably just either striking out on their own as an indie VTuber or, I don't know, becoming adults. Although Aqua...
What's an adult?
Aqua is enough of a shrinking violet that I wonder if she'll be okay. She'll probably be okay. She streamed for fucking 6 years. Not even counting her pre-Hololive stuff.
Alright, so, Jatsu, maybe... Now it's already saying disconnect the server.
I don't know, I would say just try the stream key stuff, man.
Is it a firewall thing?
Could be.
Yeah, 30-year-olds want to stream GameCube games, like me.
I'm still in my 30s, so sure.
Yatsu, do you want to stream custom Robo?
Yeah.
Not especially.
Oh.
Well, I might consider... I don't know.
Okay,
What was that
how
other
about
game that was kind of custom Robo, but it was for the
Gotcha
SNES?
Force?
Is that what it was called?
RoboPit?
RoboPit.
Yeah, RoboPit.
I thought it was called Robotech, which is weird.
There was a Robotech game for the GameCube. Fuck Harmony
Okay,
Gold.
yes, that is the thing that
No,
happened.
no, the SNES Robotech is something completely different. Oh, sorry, Robotrek. My bad.
Yeah,
okay.
Robotrek is what they say. You know, they're the guys in the cubes.
Yes,
They're the
precisely.
the Borg Masters. And then they're like a bunch of veteran character actors wearing silly prosthetics, standing around in well-lit rooms talking about light philosophical dilemmas.
Yes.
Yeah, television.
And then
That's very good.
and then Cisco's like, yeah, do some war crimes.
I mean, you know, in space, sometimes you gotta do a war crime or two.
Yeah, what if we genocided this whole race? To be fair, they tried to genocide us first.
It's fine.
They don't fully genocide anyone. Like the Federation does.
Try.
They don't go that far.
Oh, Robotrek is a quintet game. I did not know that.
Okay. Finally. The teens love Quintet. I mean, we do have Terranigma on our fanfic list.
From what I understand, Terranigma is good.
Yeah, I'll...
And the fact that someone actually made a 60 hertz patch for it, I think is very funny.
If I... Listen, there's going to be more GameCube games getting streamed once the main branch of Dolphin gets retro achievements.
Yeah, then you could finally basically throw RetroArch in the trash for doing that.
Man, what the fuck?
I already do throw RetroArch in the trash because of the people in that community, or the people responsible for that thing who, you know, had some role in the bullying of Nier, among other things.
Fuck.
Oh, that was
God
them.
damn it.
Bullying of who?
Nier. Nier
Oh, is that
is,
the,
they were one of the people behind the SNES emulator Hygen.
Okay, yeah.
And also, Nier is the one who did the more modern fan translation of Bahamut Lagoon.
What the fuck?
Still having issues, I see.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
So you reinstalled it, still a problem.
Yeah, it will not connect to a server.
And you're
Oh,
still trying to
I
connect
see
your
the
Twitch
problem.
account?
This doll's connected to evil.
I give
Set
up.
to
I'm
evil.
just gonna use
Look
Streamlabs.
at you with your Simpsons references.
Man.
Yeah.
Millennial.
I would say if you haven't tried the stream key, just try the stream key, and if that doesn't work,
I've
then-
already done it 3 times. I literally don't know how to do this. I don't know what's wrong. Repeatedly saying that it cannot connect to a server.
All right. Don't mind me.
Man, fuck this.
I mean, to be fair, Streamlabs is totally fine. It's not bad.
I don't feel it is. It's not exactly what I want to do. I don't want to have to do this. Like, flat out. I don't want to do this.
Okay, have you tried doing just like a complete Revo uninstaller of it? Just
I don't know what
completely
the.
nuke it?
None of these words that you're saying are actually things that I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so there's a third-party uninstaller for Windows called Revo Uninstaller. What it does is that it pretty much removes all traces of any program on your computer.
It's not the program though that I'm having a hard time with. It's the fact that I cannot get it to communicate with the server. I've already uninstalled everything.
And it won't let you switch which server you're trying to connect to.
Well, I can switch the server, but that's not doing anything.
I wonder if it's on Twitch's end then. It
I
might
might
be.
have been temp banned for some reason.
No, I don't think it's a temp ban. I mean, I think it might be like a file permissions thing.
Is there permissions on Twitch then?
I never remember where anything is on Twitch.
Have you recently updated your NVIDIA drivers?
Check. Let's open up the GeForce Experience. Fucking awful app. Absolute. dog shit
I mean,
piece
you
of
don't
shit thing.
know what a bad app is until you've used the AMD one or the Intel one.
I actually find FreeSync. I actually think FreeSync's better than NVIDIA's bullshit.
Well, it must be the newer version because the one I used. I mean, to be fair, yeah, it's been a while since I used the AMD one, so.
Is there some sort of application on for OBS and Twitch that? I don't know what. Okay.
Don't mind me, I'm just hanging out. It's me, Jacques. Waiting slowly for my health to regen.
Yep, just like in an MMO.
Yeah. The critically acclaimed MMO Final Fantasy 14.
Can you guys still hear me?
I can still
Yes.
hear you
Yep.
guys. Hello.
I don't know, one of the things I'm finding here is like they're saying maybe try binding to your IP option. It's in the advanced tab.
I don't know how to do that. Like, you're asking me to do something I genuinely don't know how to do.
Yeah, I can send you this article if you want. Well, I'm pretty sure it's
I
made
would
available.
not. I would not feel comfortable doing that. So I'm just gonna have to find a non-immediate solution. Like I would not trust myself doing it. I'm a Luddite. What can I say? I don't want.
Technology scares.
Technology
brings
is frightening.
despairs. Speaking of NVIDIA drivers, I'm being told that a new one is now available. I wonder if it has new drivers for Black Myth Wukong.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
God fucking damn it!
Are you enjoying this game though?
Yeah. Okay,
Even
we're
though
just
you're
not doing this
frustrated with
anymore.
it, you're just not doing this part. Okay.
Braden, have you played Overblood 2, or am I thinking of Overblood?
I have played Overblood 2. Not to completion.
Okay. Is that weird game that played more like Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the game that was extremely Final Fantasy VII and had absolutely nothing to do with Overblood 1.
Maybe one day limited run games will be like, yo, we could release this here, right?
I mean, you start with Tonba. And
Yeah.
what else are you even capable of?
Tonba 2, apparently.
Yeah, sure. Tonba and, of course, plumbers don't wear ties.
They put way too much work into that.
Into
way more work than
the
it deserved.
remaster of the worst video game ever made.
Yeah.
Oh, this seems, crucial.
Oh, new
Show
armor?
enemy HP and critical timing, huh?
That sounds useful. Well, ZP, you could always try the Twitch Studio beta.
I'm okay with just going with Streamlabs. We're just gonna have to go with Stream.
I mean, Streamlabs is based off of OBS, isn't it? From what I remember.
They
Which
wanted
makes
to
the
call
fact that that works, but it doesn't work. But
I don't know what the problem
is.
is.
Weird.
No, whatever. Whatever. I don't get it. If Streamlabs crashes, then I guess I'm not gonna stream anymore.
You can always use Roxio Game Capture.
No.
That's a joke. No one uses that.
It's time to go back to
just use
Frax.
XSplit. I just used XSplit. Like, that's the only other capturing thing that I even have remote experience with.
I mean, XSplit is just OBS but worse, which is very funny because it costed money originally. There are definitely a lot more of these now, aren't there?
Oh, it does. Little fairy flashes. Hey guys. Who's excited for Borderlands 4?
I am. We're gonna play with Fanta, right?
God, What if I told you multiple people have said, yeah, of course we're gonna play this, and I'm like, oh, good. I'm glad I'm friends with such good people.
I'll play it with you.
I love Borderlands. I love a mediocre shooter with bad loot mechanics. And the worst writing known to man. That Tiny Tina game was so fucking bad. Like, I cannot emphasize enough how poorly that thing runs.
Or how it's a team-based game that runs and networks so poorly for people to play online.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. The Torchlight was able to survive it. Why can't it? I'm being sarcastic. You should never play those games. Quick question, ZP. Your PC, does it have Wi-Fi and Ethernet?
Yeah.
Or is it... Okay, then I think I know what's probably causing the problem.
What?
Are you plugged in?
Yeah.
Or are you using Wi-Fi?
I use Ethernet.
Okay. There's a chance that one of the updates to OBS may have switched your default network connection to try and connect via the wireless.
Oh, actually, I think I know how to change that. I did think it was weird that the IPv or IPS said that.
I'm going to send you a video. It's probably some East Indian or German
I just
person.
completely rage uninstalled OBS.
Okay, fair enough. If you don't want to bother, but...
That's just how I work. I ain't going fine.
Yeah. I'll still send you this in the case of the future if you're like, you know what, I forgive you, OBS. Maybe you'll check this out. Oh god, what's with this fucking link? It's so long. I don't even want to do this.
I'll look at it maybe tomorrow. I'm not going to stream today because fuck this shit. But I actually did see that and I thought it was weird, and I know what that looks like. Huh. Well, whatever. I raised this desktop computer on Ethernet cables, not the Wi-Fi, not the Wi Wireless.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do have to do the Shadow Realm.
I raised this computer.
Yeah, I need to, because I need to give the green orb to Samonosuke. So I need to at least do the left side of the Dark Realm.
So yeah, I guess tomorrow I will try to show the world this Metabots game. It sounds like shit, I will warn you, because it's a GBA game.
Does it sound worse than Hoshio Mirohito?
I would say this is one of the worst sounding games I've ever played my entire life.
Oh,
And
okay.
I know that I say a lot of histrionics. But
You...
hot damn. Hot damn, Brayden.
History phonics are more my speed.
Histrionics. hot damn, Brayden, this GBA game's got some real bad fucking video game music. Do you know what I've recently been playing? Sorry.
What have you recently been playing?
I've been playing a browser game that lets you play those various presidents and running their presidential campaigns. It's a GitHub thing.
Okay.
It's called the New Campaign Trail.
Is it better or worse than The Political Machine?
It's actually better because it actually
I guess you already know.
puts you into the era and, for example, I've been running as William Clay against Polk, trying to get William Clay to actually win a goddamn election. And the current one that I still can't find the solution for is having William Jennings Bryan win his election against William McKinley.
Well, you can't win that. Big business. Tammany Hall has too much power.
Tammany Hall endorsed William Jennings Bryan, if I recall.
Oh, did they?
Because he was a Democrat. Tammany Hall.
You know, I had no idea this political machine game existed, and it looks like a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. They've been making them
I
since,
mean,
like,
also-
04.
Yeah, the first game was Kerry.
Kerry versus Bush.
Apparently they have a new update that's JD Vance and recent world issues. Oh, good to know.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Stardock.
Yeah, Stardock is someone I would trust to do a balance and...
Yeah. Stardock.
God. Remember when
Hey.
Stardock got sued by Microsoft to stop, like, fucking up Windows?
Wait, Stardock was fucking up Windows?
Yes, so Stardock made, They made... Before they went full in on gaming, they made desktop software. Like, Galciv was like a side hustle. And, you know, I think Galciv 2 is, like, very bloated, and I would have trouble recommending it these days. But at the time, hell of a game.
But yeah, anyways, they were making, like, these weird shells and, like, applications for Windows on their, like, independent application marketplace.
Impulse.
Yeah, they ran Impulse.
Which was then bought by GameStop.
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't win Ohio and Indiana with Brian. That just fucks him up.
Just like in real life.
Like real life.
I know who Brian is.
Williams Jennings
Was,
Bryan is, So,
Most
you should
people
know him for
as
two
the
things.
Spokes Monkey Trial.
He's one of the most important populist figures in American history. And the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz is ostensibly based on him.
Okay.
And also, later in his life, he had
He did the
a
monkey
come to
trial.
Jesus moment, and he was the one that argued against
Evolution.
and took the side of the church's perspective in terms of banning evolution teaching in the Scopes Monkey trial.
Yeah, and he got owned so bad that he died like a week later, even though he won the trial.
Jeez.
Because, take that, religious people.
That's rough.
It's me, atheist Betrary Water.
I mean, honestly, like, if you actually look at what the arguments were, the argument to... The scientist teacher should have won that case.
Yeah. You might be... Next you'll be telling me the criminal justice system in the United States of America might not be equal opportunity.
What was that case decided by a jury, or was it decided by a judge?
The jury, yes.
Well, then it's basically just the mindset of the peers at the time, and there's only so much you can do.
I've read To Kill a Mockingbird. You can't win. You're always gonna lose to racists. Yeah, William Jennings Bryan is probably... He's like Bernie Sanders of the Gilded Age. Back when corporations could just murder you.
Also, like, while it was lampooned and made fun of, like, the
Cross of Gold speech.
Cross of Gold speech is actually good. Like, an actual,
Rhetoric.
like... pioneered the modern political speech, not just in the United States, but across the world. And the fact that that man is talking about monetary policy is, like, irrelevant to the fact that he's using rhetoric to really get his point across. Yeah, like, William Jennings Bryan did things that were mostly good. The only problem is that, yes, he was Secretary of State with Woodrow Wilson, and Woodrow Wilson is a piece of shit.
I mean, listen, sometimes you get so fucked up by not being able to do the League of Nations that you become borderline comatose, and your wife basically runs the country for like half a year.
And also, when you are not in a horrible comatose state, you're a white supremacist.
Yeah, I mean, who wasn't?
Whoa, okay, that...
Oh yeah, no, like, yeah, Wilson was a white supremacist. He had Birth of a Nation screened at the White House. Which, it's fine. I'm to understand race science is back in vogue now. So, you know, maybe he'll get rehabilitated.
Isn't he dead?
No, but, I'm a historian. Let me tell you about history.
His story, don't you mean, Brayden?
Her story.
No.
Oh, is this where the guy says amen and a women too?
Dude, that's so...
It was just so funny to see. I don't know why people got angry about it. It's just so dumb. Like, I can't help but just laugh at it. It's just funny.
Was there anything else at that Gamescom show today that is worth talking about? Other than me making jokes about Borderlands 4, because I know I'm going to end up playing that.
I mean, are we all, are any of us actually surprised that Final Fantasy 16 is coming to PC?
No.
That had been...
Yeah, that's been known for a while now, right?
Oh, there's a new Sniper Elite.
Yeah, shoot people in the testicles.
I want to shoot people in the testicles. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. They're making a new Dark Pictures, I guess.
I guess there's a Dune MMO? That sounds stupid.
Yeah, it's a Dune. It's apparently more or less Conan Exiles or whatever. Mecha Break.
A new Dying Light.
The most important thing. Civ 7. Yeah. I think Civ 7 looks cool.
Raves, arbitrary water.
I think. Oh, Peter Molyneux.
Yeah,
The world's-
the liar is back.
The
Don't
liar
get that.
returns.
The prodigal son has returned to shill NFTs.
No,
Actually, do we
so
know what his game is?
apparently that game that game of his is apparently it's just a repurposed version of his failed NFT game.
When is he going to repurpose Milo? That was
Apparently some of that tech did get used in other Microsoft projects.
Okay. There's a new Mafia game, apparently.
Oh,
That's
sure.
something.
Shoutouts to all of the Mafia people who are like, you know, I really like Mafia 1 because
I really like Mafia 1, except that racing sequence.
I like the part in Mafia 1 where you have to drive the speed limit.
Yeah, apparently there's a VR
Batman
game.
thing.
Yeah, exclusive to MetaQuest 3. Never mind. Who cares?
Mai Shiranui's in Mark of the Wolves 2.
They gave her the cami treatment with her new outfit.
Yeah, she has a... Oh, you mean she has a cat suit now?
No, she's got pants.
Oh, yeah. They gave her pants. It's fine. You're not there for the pants.
They're remaking Goat Simulator.
I think, yeah, and that's the joke.
Also, their trailer is pretty good.
Remember when Goat Simulator did, like, an extended parody of the Dead Island trailer, and it was the funniest thing ever?
Didn't
Yeah.
they release that as an actual expansion?
Sure.
You could tell me any Goat Simulator did anything, and I'd believe you. Like, I thought that first Goat Simulator was like a fun shit post.
Yeah.
And then
That's kind of all it really is, though.
And the problem is, it inspired a bunch of way worse shit posts. To be honest.
Yeah. I mean, remember when it was funny to make fun of that Dead Island trailer and then compare it to what Dead Island was?
I mean, there's... One cannot forget Turbo Man's excellent work doing the Best of Giant Bomb, juxtaposing the Dead Island trailer with Truck Wars.
That Dead Island, also people just don't remember. Like, that Dead Island trailer was famous.
Yeah.
That has its own Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
A trailer
It's
that
an
has
absolute
its own
lie.
Wikipedia.
But it's a good trailer. for a game that doesn't exist.
But also that, like, that's Giant Bomb TNT, where it was the first TNT that wasn't, oh, play the staff with an online game,
Yeah.
is kind of like a friendly reminder that in the right context, that Dead Island game wasn't that
No,
bad.
I don't have a huge problem with Dead Island.
Oh, that game's totally, like, fine. It's not bad, it's not exceptional, it's just kind of whatever.
Like, it's a dumb idiot co-op game. And should be treated as thus.
I think the weird thing is that it's like a weird in-between of like a Left 4 Dead and a Borderlands, and it doesn't do either especially well.
Yeah, it's
Dying Light kind of owes a lot to that Dead Island, that first Dead Island.
I mean,
ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dying Light is a better game than Dead Island.
Dying Light, yeah.
Except for the fact that,
You don't get the limb
Man.
targeting,
yeah.
but you get parkour.
Man,
Yeah,
the
but you only
story
get
of
limb
Dying
targeting
Light
if
2
you
is
play
so
with the
fucking-
controller.
Man, did you watch Rory play the ending of Dying Light 2? It is, holy shit, the story in that game is terrible.
You're telling me that an overly ambitious video game with a notably terrible dev cycle, maybe
Also, that's
didn't.
the game that they've been teasing for a while, like the next Dying Light game,
Yeah.
and all they do is like these teaser trailers.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, what a weird studio.
That's
Pac-Man.
Poland, baby. Remember Call of Juarez the Cartel? When they tried to do a Call of Juarez game in modern day?
Yeah. Yeah. Did that Hellraid game of theirs ever come out?
Yes, it was DLC for Dying Light. It got canceled, so they just made it DLC for Dying Light.
Oh, okay.
That, like... Cause that's how you do it in Eastern Europe, I guess. Okay. We finally did it. Yeah. Well, it only took 2 hours.
You did it.
But progress was made.
So have you saved the future of France?
No. No,
Not yet?
I've saved, my own sanity.
Well, that counts for something, for sure.
Oh, now I'm in... We reused this old level architecture, but now it's spooky.
Yep. Listen, you gotta reuse those assets. They don't make themselves.
Everything has a piss filter now to let you know you're in a dream. Oh yeah, no, Capcom is an efficient dev studio for the most part.
I guess what I would do, Brayden,
What
is
would
I
you
would
do?
just say, it sure is something that first truly returned to form for that series in terms of Street Fighter.
Is the one
Really seems to have relied on Ono being shown the door.
I mean, it
Like,
sounds
that man
like the
deserves a
ideas
lo-
he had for 6 were not good.
That guy clearly. Damn it. That man clearly had a lot of good ideas. It seems increasingly.
And then also
that,
gems.
It seems increasingly that his best years might have been behind him.
Who can forget Street Fighter Cross Tekken gems?
Yo,
Apparently-
the gems, I hear they're truly, truly, truly outrageous.
Did you just make a fucking League reference?
That's not a League reference, that's a gem reference. Do you not know about that
Oh.
cartoon from the 80s?
There we go. Yeah. Yes, I'm aware of Gem and the Holograms.
That's the reference I made, yes.
Okay.
You know, it's a shame that game was what it was.
Which game?
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah.
It could have been really cool.
Yeah.
If you say so.
No, there's a world where, like, they didn't fumble the bag. Because the other reason why the pro scene dropped that game like a rock is because, for whatever reason, the first Evo it was on, Evo 2012, it was doubles. And that was the format for Street Fighter Cross Tekken, was having 2 players on one team.
That seems ill-conceived.
I feel like that sounds like a fun party trick to do with friends and maybe not great in a competitive environment.
And then gems.
Yeah. Also, didn't it have PS3 exclusive characters?
Sure, it had 5.
Yeah. I own that game on PC.
Don't worry, you can mod them in.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it. It's like one of those things where I don't even feel like playing the game. Fun fact, the PC version also runs on games for Windows Live, which
Not
is,
anymore.
yeah.
But yeah.
Here, Samonosuke.
You gotta love games for Windows Live.
I mean, there are parts of it that I enjoy, like them finally unifying controller support. But other than that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
an unmitigated disaster.
An unmitigated disaster, please.
Are you saying I might be overreacting?
I'm saying it was a
was a mitigated disaster.
A mitigated disaster because they got rid of it.
Yeah, they're like, nah, let's cut its head off.
They said, oh no. We can't do this anymore.
They took Steve Ballmer out back. They shot him.
He said, developers.
Those were his last words.
Developers. And he jumped up and down, and then they
shot him.
They shot him.
Yeah.
And now his zombified corpse owns the LA Clippers.
And running it into the ground.
I mean, the developers being good at all in the last 20 years was like a small miracle. They've been so bad for so long.
Alright, hey, remember that arena? What if we did that again?
Yeah.
With the other character?
What if you did it 3 times? Would you prefer this or a sliding block puzzle? Or like, perhaps were you too harsh on the sliding block puzzles?
I'm saying that the sliding block puzzles were less punitive.
Okay, that's fair.
And also felt less like obvious filler.
I mean, they still are obvious fillers, just less obvious about it.
Yeah, you have to make sure you can't beat it in a single rental. I mean, that's not a real concern, though.
Yeah, I feel like that's not as much of a concern in Japan as it was in the States.
No one in Japan... Like, renting was illegal in Japan because Japan's...
Not entirely true. Not entirely true. It was actually very legal in common with music, and then the music industry, which especially Sony, threw a shit fit. Court system actually upheld their vinyl and disc sharing stores, but just barely. And the message basically was strong enough to suggest rental is not going to hold up. And then they tried to pull that shit on Blockbuster, and they're like, no.
Remember how they made a shitty Netflix comedy about the last Blockbuster?
They sure did. Wasn't it by the same showrunners as The Office and all that shit?
I believe there was some Greg Davies connection there.
I was willing to watch. I was willing to watch it,
and
then
the
I
guy
got to the
from
first episode, it's like, oh, this is just the same fucking plot as all the other ones.
This is just a shitty sitcom.
Yeah, it's a shitty sitcom. It's like, oh, this person likes this person, but she's dating someone else. Well, there they won't they? Are you ready to watch 10 seasons to find out? No? Okay, see ya.
What did devs do to stop you from trading in?
Nothing, really.
It was PS3 games.
Yeah, it was only PS3 when they started really doing that.
When they're like, oh god.
Honestly, during the era of the PS2, like, finding a place that would give you a decent amount of money for a PS2 game in Canada was nigh impossible.
Listen, Young Arbitrary, he sold his GameCube games, and it haunts him now forever, and that's why he spends too much money on weird retro games, like, once a year.
Yeah, I legitimately saw a friend bring all of his fucking Xbox games. He had like 20 Xbox games.
I mean, original Xbox games aren't worth shit, but...
No, but this was like when they were... This was when they were like the new console, right?
Yes, this
20
was...
20 fucking Xbox games. Trades them all in, then he gets $5 for them, and he uses it as credit to buy Gladius. and then he plays it for 1 day and then returns that too.
Hey,
You're just wasting your money, buddy.
Also, Gladius is worth more than a couple hours.
Oh, absolutely, but he's an
he's an action game.
Imbecile.
yeah, he's one of those people. He's the type of person who's like, oh, you know, you should play The Legend of Zelda. It's good. It's like, oh, don't fucking give me a sword and tell me to solve puzzles. That's the exact quote.
That's what girls do.
Yeah, girls solve puzzles. I fight.
I skip the cutscenes because it's bullshit.
He does do that. Yes, actually, that's him. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
God, one of those people.
Yeah. So now you want to.
We're only playing TDM. I don't want to capture objectives.
So now all he does is that he keeps asking every night if anyone wants to play League with him. Sometimes my friends do.
Fuck that. Why
I don't. And
League.
all he does
League.
is
League.
complain about his wife. He just complains about his wife all fucking day.
The old bitch at home telling me my Teemo jungle play is bad.
Yeah, it's basically
It's not a gimmick, okay? It's a viable meta build. This is a very funny joke for the
People who get it.
for the
Yeah, for the
as someone
those
who
who
hasn't
don't know,
played
you
League of
know.
Legends in a decade. I assure you my jokes still hold up. I'm sure all of
Oh, absolutely.
I know at some point they got rid of health pots entirely.
Let's clip this. We'll put it on our League of Legends. It'll get 30 upvotes.
Yeah, and then
like, yeah,
people
Teemo
will send
sucks.
me death threats and say slurs.
That's true. They will do that.
They'll be like, "Why isn't Riot fixing this?"
Like, I don't know. I just made a joke.
Wow, Teemo is still OP.
Oh, his
I-
wife is still alive.
Listen, if I had a wife, I would be a wife guy.
His wife can crush his skull. Like, she's fine.
Oh, so she's fine?
I would let a wife crush my skull.
You don't need to air your kinks to the ear.
No,
collective ear.
listen, as a millennial, it's my job to be performatively horny on the internet. Just be like, oh, just step on me, mommy. As I take a drag from my vape pen and shed tears.
How do you really feel, Brayden?
Listen, I am horny, constantly. The difference is, I have too much shame ingrained in me from a religious upbringing to ever express it in healthy ways.
Ah,
Sorry
okay.
to hear that.
So quick addendum to that, we do actually have guns in Canada. It's
Yeah,
just you have to get
Canadians
a
have
license.
guns. I know. You gotta shoot those moose with something.
Yeah, you just
And
have to
it's
get a
not
license,
crossbows.
and a lot of things are restricted now, even more so because
Oh, you know what?
every time gun crime happens here, they're like, "We're gonna restrict more guns." It's like, okay, you're not stopping the problem. You're not.
But also,
The problem
let me
is the
just tell you-
guns come from
let me just
across
tell
the
you-
pond!
this is
No,
not
but
to
that's
out any,
literally the reason. Like, some guy shows up with
out
an
any
unregistered
relatives
gun.
or people that I know up north in like closer to the Northwestern Passage or Saskatchewan. But everyone who's out there doesn't have a fucking license. They got guns.
Oh yeah,
I
but
mean-
at the same time, like they don't, like you can't buy like those big magazines and all that shit, right? Or unless you've already had them. There's like there's a lot of weird gray areas. Like,
I'm
So
also
when
going
my-
to say, you know, do they have feral hog problems in Canada?
feral.
not that I'm aware.
It's a
of.
lot of the wasting disease and the brainworm problem with like wildlife. It's starting to spread from Canada into parts of the East Coast in particular, but
'Cause I'm just saying,
Lone Life is asking who did Brayden date in Fire Emblem?
who did I romance in Fire Emblem? That's a great question.
I don't think. Do you romance people in Fire Emblem?
Yeah, I mean, you have an avatar character.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
You have your Robin and your Corrin. I'm trying to remember.
Do you know, Brayden? Do you know who would have an answer for us? GTX Forza. Finding out that that guy is super into Fire Emblem.
Yeah, he loves Fire Emblem and F1.
What are his thoughts on Shining Force?
I don't know. He doesn't really like JRPGs, but he really likes Fire Emblem.
We have Fire Emblem at home.
But it came out in the US, so...
Yeah, that's literally it, though. It's like we have Fire Emblem at home. In the US.
But only 1/3 of Shiny Force 3.
Yeah, only 1/3 of it. Also, only 1/3 of the Gaiden games. Also, now we're an action game, now we're a fighting game. Also, now we're not making them anymore.
Hey,
they
I'm
really
sure...
did try to have that be their JRPG. And boy, it didn't never really quite work out for them. I mean, they made some good games, but boy, those games are either too hard or can't figure out what the fuck they want to be.
What, the Shining games?
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of the thing was the idea of Shining was it was not beholden to any one one
Yeah, they had the dungeon crawlers,
RPG genre, because you know. Okay, I'm going to actually. I could grab my 3DS and check who I romanced with the Avatar character.
You know, I will say this: the Shining Force games, they're good. Not bad games.
I will play them at some point because I think Nintendo Camelot.
You need to know like where that came from. You need to know the deep roots of Camelot software planning.
Oh, you mean Sonic Software?
It just depends who they were working for, but yeah.
Yeah, no, they were Sonic Software planning until the 90s, the mid 90s. Great.
Let's say until the Saturn. And they're like, ooh, boy, maybe we should.
Hey, maybe we should branch out, make some sports games for the big N.
Yeah.
Make these Golden Sun games that people pretend they like because they were 10.
I mean, they're totally fine. It's just they're insufferable now. They would be better if they didn't have all the weird traversal puzzle bullshit.
See, that's the thing I remember as a kid, is just straight up getting fucking stuck.
Yeah, that is legitimately the problem. Like, if it didn't have that shit, the game would be a totally fine.
I will never forget, what is it, in the second game, Eagle Rock, and just getting horribly stuck about, like, which rock do I need to jump on? How do I get across this crevasse? What pixel am I not looking at correctly? Like,
yeah, it sucks.
And then, yeah, people really don't want to talk about that last game.
We don't talk about Golden Sun Dark Dawn.
It truly is the Dark Dawn.
Also, it's literally called Dark Dawn.
Yeah.
Lol, Lamau.
Do you think Nintendo will ever let them make another RPG again?
So, from what I understand, Camelot is still a studio of, like, 30 or 40 people.
So maybe they're not really capable of, like, a very...
Yeah, like...
not a modern one.
I think that's the thing, is, as a studio, Camelot the reason why they haven't done anything that wasn't a Mario Sports game, and also why the last couple Mario Sports games were bad,
They're working within a very constrained
they
situation.
are a small studio at this point.
Also, most of their titles in their, like, modern revival phase were based off of, like, handheld limitations and also being able to get away with, like, expectations being reasonable for handheld gaming.
Yeah. I feel like they didn't really pull off the jump to 3 dimensions.
No, not at all. I would say that was kind of...
Mario Tennis is great. And then, you know... I think every Mario Sports game they've made after the GameCube is okay at best, and, like, deeply bad at worst.
I don't know.
I like the golf one on the
that
Switch.
one tennis game that was like half baked and had like a mode in plus some change was kind of fucked.
They don't have the money to hire either of those people.
They should hire Kara.
I just need to feel, you know, the dark truth. Shining Force is dead. They will never make a new Shining Force.
Shining Resonance Refrain was 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
You know, 2014. Or was that 2017? It was a Switch game. They ported it to Switch. I'm pretty sure Shining Resonance Refrain...
Yeah, but that's like a traditional JRPG. It's not the strategy RPG that I crave.
If you want SRPGs, friend, I know a guy who has played a bunch of those. His name is twitch.tv/arbitrarywater. He will tell you...
What do you suggest?
Dark Deity fucking sucks.
Dark Deity sucks? Okay.
I mean, if Lost Eidolons is totally decent. I Fire Emblem, when in doubt, played the old Japanese Fire Emblems you never played. Don't play the Diofield Chronicle.
I do actually have Famicom copies of the first Fire Emblem games. Don't ask me why.
Because you bought them in Japan?
Yeah, actually, fair enough. Yeah, that's the reason. They were like 500 yen each.
Yeah, dude.
Sure.
I put that on the shelf.
Yeah. I mean, I could put it in my Retron 5 and it totally works. I could even patch it.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I'm just emulating it, but I could pretend that I'm playing the card.
Has Nintendo ever hired Tosei to do anything? Like, are there any Nintendo brands that have been shadow developed by Tosei?
It's hard to tell because isn't like a lot of their stuff.
I mean,
they're not even credited on stuff.
It depends, but also people know. People tend to know.
Like they got a feel for it.
It's partially that, and it's partially, you know, Tosei has done so much shadow dev work for every company, including, you know, beloved video games like Resident Evil Survivor.
Apparently, Tosei developed The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Pumpkin King for the Game Boy Advance.
They sure did, and Oogie's Revenge.
Mario Tennis for the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Get paid.
Tosei, get paid.
Also, we work as hard as you pay us.
Also,
Princess Peach, also them.
oh, they
Fuck you,
did.
where's my money?
They did. Oh, they did Super Princess Peach, huh?
They developed Ragnarok DS. That's very funny. Holy shit.
Sorry, now I'm just thinking about Super Princess Peach.
That game's totally fine, if not very ill-conceived. You know.
I'm
It's
just
weird.
saying she's a woman and uses the power of her weak feminine emotions.
Yeah. Paper Mario Color Splash.
Okay, yeah, that game's shit. But yeah, that would check out, because I'm pretty sure Intelligent Systems was all hands on deck for Fire Emblem at that point.
Yeah. Paper Mario, the Origami King.
Okay, yeah.
Miyamoto being like, why do we have 2 Mario RPG series?
WarioWare
That's the
get
famous quote,
together,
right? Like,
and
I think
apparently
people
also-
overemphasize that. I
Well,
think,
it says co-developed with Intelligent Systems.
yeah. I mean, they're also like a support studio. Tosei will do whatever you pay them to, and they're pretty good at it.
Apparently
If you
they
pay
helped
them.
with the Chrono Trigger DS port.
yeah,
Yeah.
those DS ports were actually good. But I am under the impression that Square paid them for to make sure that they were good.
Well, I thought I was going to be done today, but I was
Doesn't
not
seem like it,
expecting
Brady.
too lengthy fucking. Also being bad at video games. I was not expecting to be bad. I usually am good.
Oh god, they developed Dragon Ball GT Final Bout for the PlayStation.
Hell yeah, they did.
That game is awful.
That game is amazing though, because that was like
the first time we got voices for those characters.
Yeah, that
in
that game is
America.
pre even like
Pre the
Ocean
show, yeah.
dub.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tosei made Starfy.
That was actually one of their first or earliest examples of them trying to make their own shit.
My favorite assist trophy in Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, they made Ghost Battle. Metal Gear Ghost Battle. That's
Sure.
amazing.
That game is actually good considering the circumstances.
Oh, that game's very good.
Dan Reichert didn't like it.
Yeah, but he's a baby.
I'm punching these fucking doors. Is this a work?
There's no voice acting. I have to read.
I gotta read. I've never read a book.
Where's David Hayter?
I just assumed that everyone would read to me. I may be a little mean to Dan, but it's okay.
Sometimes he deserves it.
He deserves it. And I'm just waiting for the day. I'm waiting.
Oh, the new Princess Peach game ends with her going Super Saiyan? That's kind of cool, actually. Wait, how does she go Super Saiyan? She's already blonde.
I assume she powers up with the power of Super Saiyan Peach.
Is that she just gets spiky hair? Is that the thing?
I'm sure.
Or did she get like buff? Like is she like bit like Brawler? It's like one of those.
Rolling.
Okay, we got the purple vest. That was worth this, right?
Yeah. This weird fucking looks like a roguelike dungeon that you entered.
Yeah, this we needed to fill some time. Okay, well,
I
we're
don't
not
think this is
finishing
happening
this today. In fact, I've been going for 2.5 hours. I'm gonna save.
How much further away are you, though?
No, this is like this is one of the last main areas of the game, as far as I can tell. Alright. What else should I do? Or is anyone else streaming? Is Joku still playing the Black Ops Cold War campaign?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Is that technically Black Ops 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure...
Naming conventions have gotten very confusing.
Thankfully for Black Ops, it's mostly straightforward. Because there's Black Ops 1 through 4, Black Ops Cold War, Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
They didn't care. They did not
It's not
care.
like Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3,
No,
Modern
they have
Warfare
not-
1, Modern
it's-
Warfare
it's-
2, Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, it's the
But
same
those are
continuity.
different games, right? Like,
Yes.
they're not the same game? Okay.
Modern
I just wanted to
Warfare
make sure.
3 2023 is a different game than Modern Warfare 3 parentheses 2012.
And it's the same for Modern Warfare 2, whatever day, and Modern Warfare, whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Bye.
Alright, take care. Bye.